Alright, shalom, shalom. This is gonna be a part two. Cause the other phone I had cut off, so we're gonna do a part two. I'm gonna start where I left off. Book of Psalms, chapter 57, starting from first verse 1. Psalms chapter 57, verse 1. It says, "Be merciful unto me, O power, be merciful unto me." Now, and that's the hope of the elect, to receive that mercy, right? To receive that redemption, if you will. It says, "Be merciful unto me, be merciful unto me, for my soul trusteth in thee." And yeah, we ought to trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And wait upon him. Trust that, or be confident, in other words. Be confident, under his hand. It says, "Yea, in the shadow of thy wings will I make my refuge, until these calamities be overpassed." Let's read again. It says, "Yea, in the shadow of thy wings will I make my refuge, until these calamities be overpassed." Now when you go into the word shadow, it's symbolic for protection. For example, you go under the shade of the tree, to be kept from the heat of the sun. To be kept from the sun of the light from the sun. So you go under the shadow of it. So when it says, "Yeah, in the shadow of thy wings will I make my refuge." So under the Lord's protection, we're gonna make our refuge. It says, "Until these calamities be overpassed." Right, and one of the main calamities that's going to happen in these last days is the destruction of America. Right, and what about the believers? What about the faithful worshipers here in America? What about them? What's going to happen with them when America gets destroyed? Well, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to preserve his elect. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to preserve his elect, and it's all prophesied in the scriptures. And that's the topic of this lesson. If you, I may go into different subjects or matters, if you will, but this is going to be the main topic, right? So when those nukes is about to hit this land, which is that calamity, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to send his elect. He's going to send his angels, right? His angels to what? To gather the elect from the four winds of the earth, right? In fact, since it says this, let's read it again. It says, "Yea, in the shadow of thy wings will I make my refuge." Now, remember that word wings. Let's go to the book of Malachi, chapter 4, verse 1. Malachi chapter 4, verse 2. Yeah, it says, "But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness," who's the Son of Righteousness? The Messiah, Yahushua. It says, "Shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall." So Yahushua is going to arise, which is that second coming. That second coming, man. That so many people talk about, right? But this is really what's going to happen. It says, "But unto you that fear my name," yet unto the elect, because really only the Israelites is going to truly fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. The elect is going to truly fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So that's your few people. That's a good a few people, man, on this earth fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Because they tell you, in order to fear, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you must believe, man, in the first place. But they tell you in the book of Luke, it tell you, if the Son of Man shall come, shall he find faith on the earth? I may be loosely paraphrasing, if Yahweh Shai shall come, shall he find faith on the earth? Well, and that's the question given to us in the book of, Luke. And my answer to that question is, only few faith on the earth, which is the elect. The elect is going to have that grain of mustard seed, that mustard seed of faith, man. The elect is going to have that, man. But continue on, it says, "But unto you that fear my name, shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings." So when Yahweh Shai come back, the second coming, when Yahweh Shai come back, when Yahweh Shai appear, he's going to send his angels. And when you go into the scriptures, it's prophesied that Yahweh Shai is going to come with the thousands of heaven, which are the angels, the heavenly host. So Yahweh Shai is going to come with the angels. The thousands and thousands of angels from heaven. That's that heavenly army that Yahweh Shai is going to come with. In fact, let's hold Malachi chapter 4, verse 2 real quick. And get Luke. Not Luke, but Matthew chapter 24. This Matthew chapter 24, verse 29. It says, "Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heaven shall be shaken." It says, "And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven." So Yahweh Shai is going to appear, meaning all eyes going to see him. And that's prophesied in the book of Revelation chapter 1, verse 7 or verse 6. That every eye shall see him. Meaning every people on the earth, every nation, every country is going to behold Yahweh Shai. It says, "And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory." So Yahweh Shai is going to come with power and great glory. Now, what's part of that great glory that Yahweh Shai is going to come with? Speaking in an earthly sense, a king have no glory without soldiers. Really the soldiers, a king don't get victory through his own strength. A king get victory through his army, man. Now I'm not saying that Yahweh Shai can't do it himself. I'm definitely not saying that, because he's the son of the living power. But I'm just saying, in an earthly sense, So really, when it says the Son of Man or Yahweh Shai shall come with power and great glory, what's part of that? The angels, the heavenly host, the heavenly army, man. Right? It tell you that, in Exodus, the Lord is a man of war. It tell you the Heavenly Father is a man of war in the book of Exodus. That's why he's known as the Lord of Sabaoth, or Yahweh of hosts. In other words, armies. Hosts, Sabaoth translates to armies. Or you could say in a fancy word, military. Military is not military, not in this worldly sense. Just, a body of soldiers. So, of course, Yahweh Shai is going to come with the angels, man. Which, when it says, going back to Malachi chapter 4, verse 1, "Shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings." So, really, you could say, to be technical, you could say that the angels are Yahweh Shai's wings. You could say those chariots are Yahweh Shai's wings. Now, if you don't know about the chariots, brothers done did videos. I done did videos. Go search them up. But to give it to you quick. The chariots are basically heavenly vehicles. Mentioned in the scriptures. Because the Lord have an army and He have chariots in the heavens. The chariots of the Most High, which in today's terminology, the people will say, UFOs, which they're really chariots, UAPs, but in ancient terminology and in true terminology, they're called chariots, man. They're really angels. Ain't no such thing as aliens. No, it's angels, man. Going to First or Second Kings, it's a record concerning an account concerning Elijah being translated, being picked up by a chariot, by an angel. And Elisha, he beheld all of this. And he was very, very astonished and amazed at that sight. In fact, when one of the prophets was near peril, or near peril, which means high risk of danger and death. The prophets basically showed that there's a whole body of angels round about, but they wasn't seen at the moment. But after the prophet prayed, the man saw it. The man saw a body of angels round about. So yeah, the Lord have have a heavenly host, if you will. So really, you could say, those angels, those chariots, are the wings of the Lord, are the wings of Yahawashi. If you understand symbolism, because ultimately, Yahawashi, since He said it Himself, the Father have given Yahawashi all power and authority in heaven and in earth. And what's part of that? What's part of the things that He has power over? The angels. So Yahawashi is going to be leading the angels in these last days during His second coming. Which, and just to prove that Yahawashi is going to be, basically the head of that heavenly host, of that, that body, if you will. This First Peter chapter 3, verse 22, it says, "Who is gone into heaven concerning Yahawashi, and is on the right hand of God, angels and authorities and powers being made subject unto Him." So it says powers being made subject unto Him. So Yahawashi have control and authority and power over the angels, which are the powers. Because when you go into the scriptures, the word, in the Hebrew, in the Old Testament, the word gods, or the word God means, in the Hebrew, it's Allah. It's Allah, which means powers. Which means power, if you will. Right, but when you also go into the Hebrew, you'll have the word, in modern Hebrew is Allah, Elohim. Right, but in ancient Hebrew is Elohim, which means powers, meaning plural. So sometimes when it speaks about, God, you gotta go into the Hebrew so you can get understanding. In the book of Genesis, it speaks about God creating the heaven, creating the earth. Those were the angels, the powers. And who was along, who was a part of that work, who was participating? Yahawashi was. Yahawashi was part of that work, creating the earth, man. So really, it was the powers, man. So the angels, which are the powers, are made subject unto Yahawashi. You know, so Yahushua is going to be leading an army in these last days, man. When all said and done. When World War III is, manifesting, when the mark of the beast has been, mandated, hey, man, you better wait or you better prepare for that, man. Because really, ain't no preparing for that. Right? Because ultimately, hey, who's going to be able to stand in that day? You know? And whose knees not going to be weak, man? Man's knees going to be faint, man. Weak, man. Exhausted. That's how terrible that day is going to be. Right? But let's go back to Malachi chapter 4, verse 2. It says, "But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings." So Yahushua is going to come with angels. You know? With angels, man. And he's going to save us, which I can't, touch on this before let me touch on this before I say anything else. Matthew chapter 24, let's finish this. Matthew chapter 24, verse 30, it says, "And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory." It says, "And he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other." So Yahushua is going to send his angels to gather the elect from the four winds, from the four corners of the earth. So and that's part of America. So the elect in America, the chosen in America, will be delivered, by Yahushua. Or to say by Yahushua. And by, those angels. So really by Yahushua, because Yahushua has power of those angels. And that's those wings, man. Those healing in those wings. That safety in those wings, man. Those chariots, those angels. Let's finish this off. Psalms chapter 57, verse 1. It says, "Yeah, in the shadow of thy wings will I make my refuge, until these calamities be overpassed." So in the shadow of the Lord's wings, in those chariots with the angels, we're going to make our refuge. We're going to be safe from the destruction of America. Also from the destruction that the destruction that the Lord is going to do. It says, "Until these calamities be overpassed." Where with that, I'm going to do a part 3, Lord willing. Lord willing, this video is certifying. All praises, honor, and glory be to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Shalom.